All right. Windies, day one.
Day one.
We're going to attempt to record a podcast with the cricket on. I don't know how it's going to go. It's going to be hard not to I don't know.
Just mid yarn commentary on the game.
Yeah. Oh, well, if someone gets out, maybe, look, if the game goes well, no one's going to get out while we're recording.
Well, you hope. Dave Warner's gone already.
Dave Warner's gone, minus an Uzi. They'll take it through.
Yep.
We'll
stay on topic though. We'll stay on topic.
It's a vibe pod today.
It's a vibe thing. I actually someone called me out for saying it's a vibe thing at work.
Really?
Yeah, there's a broken glass and someone's like, "Oh, I can't see all the glass. I can't get it." And I was like, "Don't worry, it'll be fine. It's a vibe thing."
How's that a vibe thing?
I don't know. I just said it in the moment because I think I just said it to so they wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah,
so we can just get it later. And then someone went, "Did you say it's a vibe thing about broken glass?" I was like, "Yeah, don't worry, mate. We'll get it. Don't worry about it."
Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
That's a massive stretch.
Yeah,
massive. I was just dribbling.
A lot of things are a vibe thing,
but that is not one of them.
That was not a vibe.
Yeah. Broken glass is actually not really a vibe thing because it is somewhat urgent.
Yeah, that's I'd definitely put it in the urgent bracket for sure.
But look, here's what it is. I said what I said.
Yeah, baby. Marshall gets away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
All right, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Barflies podcast, episode 62.
60 DOS.
60 DOS today, joined always by my good friend, comrade, Alexander Russell. Wednesday morning, holiday season for some of us. We're on the beers. Haven't had a beer on the pod in 6 months.
Yonks, mate. It's been too long. And, beer at 1 p.m. on a Wednesday. Hello.
Well, I always have beers in the fridge now, so I was thinking we should probably just start doing it again.
Yeah. Well, this is quite a tasty little craft brew we've got here. It's the one that you talked about on your little day trip the other day.
Yeah.
The Mountain Culture one.
Yeah.
Katoomba / Blue Mountains region.
Yeah.
I some crafty numbers are a bit too crafty for me. I think this tiptoes along the precipice nicely.
We're drinking the Mountain Culture Status Quo Pale Ale today. Great beer. This is the beer at the Union we sell as, people come in and they go, geez, there's 20 taps of craft beer here. Where do I start? We go, have you tried the Status Quo?
You beauty.
They go, no, I haven't. I go, well, wrap your lips around this thing.
And that's it. Game over.
And then they usually don't change. They usually sit on Status or Lavo because it's the best beer in the world.
Game over.
This is my favourite beer.
Can I just say...
Full-bodied, juicy, lots of flavour.
There is plenty of flavour. And it's not too... It's not... I just like I'm talking about before, when craft beers have that they're doing too much sometimes. But this doesn't do that.
Okay, well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I personally don't find that in beers. It's rare that I find that. Yeah. Actually, you know what? We get some really rogue sours on tap at work.
Yeah.
We've got a blueberry pancake sour on at the moment.
Ooh.
It's 9%. It's disgusting.
Mate, sours... I've only had one sour that I liked, and you'll know the one. The Imperial Mango Sour from Hope Estate.
Oh, yep.
That stuff is good. It's also extremely dangerous because if you have like a schooner or a pint of it, that's like a couple standards in one.
Well, it's like 9%, isn't it?
They're so strong.
A schooner of it is like 2.7. I think it's like 9 or 10% or something.
Would have like
it's very strong.
You'd have like 2 pints of it, and you'd like. I'm aware that I've now had
too much to drink.
I'm sloshed.
Yeah. You'd be out for the evening if you had 2 pints of Hope Estate.
Oh God, it was good though.
Mango sour. I'm also not crazy about sours. I find that's the thing about my job. People come in and go, "What sours have you got?" And I'm going, "You really? That's where we're starting? Like we're starting with sour? I just don't get it. I don't like them at all."
I think if you like them, you like them all.
Yeah, they're the people that come. That's why they come in just ask for sours.
They're just really loyal. They've got a real loyal fan base. it's same with like cider drinkers. I feel like
Yeah, totally.
if you drink that, you love it and you love all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't really like it, you might like one or you might like one or two.
Mm.
Personally, after destroying a couple of Summersby 10 packs in my formative years, I can't really go near them again.
Yeah.
Cider. But hey, each their own, I guess.
Yeah, I too was a victim of the great Woodstock
Oh.
in my formative years, and I don't think I rarely drink spirits. I'll drink a vodka lime soda. That's about it.
I love voddy.
I know you do.
Big voddy, gin. I love it. Yeah.
Gin and tonic. Yuck.
Well, you're just classless, mate. That's
Well, tonic water to me is disgusting. I just don't like it.
You probably dip your veggies in tomato sauce as well, mate. You freak.
That doesn't sound shocking.
Nah. That's just, you can't, like, how can you say gin and tonic's bad?
I don't know. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I don't like it. If I did say it was bad, I take that back instantly. I understand why people like it. I personally don't.
Have you ever had, like, flavoured gins? Where
Yeah.
they, like, the infused ones?
Yeah. It's the tonic water, dude. Tonic water's disgusting. I just don't.
Why don't you just get
I
a
don't get it.
soda?
Yeah, I could do that. It's a great point. I've never tried a gin and
We've
soda.
got many types of water now these days.
Yeah,
mate.
we
You don't-
do.
We doth
I
not
actually
simply have
that's
tap
actually
water.
the fact you brought that up. I've never tried a gin and soda. I have to circle back.
It's pretty much the same thing. But, like, without that little tonic flavouring.
Yeah,
I don't know what the flavouring is in tonic water.
there's sugar in it, so
Is that what it is?
yeah. I don't know if that's what gives it that flavor, but
Because it does have, like, a little thing to it.
yeah, it's got lots of flavor in it.
It's got flavour in it, but I actually don't know. I just thought that ingredient is tonic.
I don't know exactly what is tonic.
Should we Google this?
No,
I feel like this is worthy of a Google.
you want it? We should Google.
We've just unpacked it for like 2 minutes. I feel like we should do it. Are we doing it on? I don't do it on the phone.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. What is tonic water?
But yeah.
It's a carbonated soft drink in which I don't want to butcher that word. Quinine is dissolved. Originally used as prophylactic against malaria, tonic water usually has a significantly lower quinine content and is consumed for its distinctive bitter flavour.
Yeah, right.
Though nowadays it is often sweetened. Look, it sucks.
That wasn't as much of a revelation as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, not much of one.
But actually, maybe we shouldn't have Googled that.
Yeah, we should have let that go.
That wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Nonetheless, what's been happening previous week? You're on
where are we at?
holidays next week. Going down to the great city of Melbourne.
I'm actually on holidays right now. My weekend is Tuesday, Wednesday. So today's my Sunday, and I now have a week off after this, of which I
You beauty.
will be down in Melbourne with the lads,
Yeah.
the boys and girls. About 8 of us going down. Should be good. Going down to watch Karungabin. That was kind of the main reason we were
Who
going
is
down.
Krungabin?
They're they're a band.
Okay. What type of music?
It's kind of like psychedelic blues folk.
So it's quite alternative.
And yeah, it's definitely alternative. It's kind of like very like slow lo-fi music, but it's got influences of blues, folk, and
Right.
psychedelia.
Okay.
So it should be awesome. Dom, who was just here, actually was saying one of the best gigs he's been to.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So can't wait. The reason we're going down, and because they played in Sydney on the weekend, the reason we're going to Melbourne was because the support bands were better. So we're like, oh, should we just make a bit of a trip out of it and go down? It's exactly what we're doing.
You beauty.
In saying that, there probably won't be a pod next week.
Which is disturbing news for some, I know.
Yeah.
For others, probably not a big deal.
Yeah. But for there's 18 people that tune in every week. I imagine you're quite disappointed.
Yeah, look, so week off, Cody will come back full of vigour and stories to tell.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
I hope. Because what's it all worth if you don't have at least one yarn to say from the
Well,
trip, honestly.
it's the only real reason I'm going
Yeah,
down.
like, this is actually just this is a work trip, really.
It's a work
just to acquire things to say for
Yeah.
the next couple of episodes. But no, that'll be a fun time for you and the others making the voyage down there.
Yeah, I think also the fact that we're going to, Anthony of episode 60 fame. Has
Scarf
a-
wearer
Yeah, scarf
of the
wearer
year,
of the year.
2021.
2020 last year.
And awards not announced yet, but could be in for 2022.
Oh, we could even for 2022. Dude, we should do awards on the podcast.
Awards?
Yeah.
For what?
We'll put, I don't know. I don't know.
Just go up to random people and say.
No, maybe we need to have a goal to have a certain amount of guests on next year, and then we can award it. We can do it like I don't know.
Best guest. Well, we've had 2.
Do a singular award
Yeah,
for best guest.
do
We've had
one.
3.
Make it a coveted position or peer. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, what was I saying? I've had 1 beer and, half a bowl of pesto pasta, so I'm on my way already.
That's R&T right there.
That's R&T. I'm on holidays,
That's
mate.
ripping tea.
Going to Melbourne. Usually when I have time off work, it's to go to a festival. So the fact that we will be spending time to circle back at Anthony's family's holiday house
Lovely.
after being in the Melbourne
CBD.
the bustling Melbourne CBD for a
Bustle and
few
hustle.
days. I feel like I'm going to come back well rested
Yeah.
because it's the first time in a while I've taken time off where I'll actually be relaxing. Usually it's
not just absolutely sending it.
yeah, no, usually I'll take time off and then take it up a notch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You're actually going up a gear. You're getting into your work, but in a different way.
Exactly. So it should be good. I'm really looking forward to it. Played our first game of OzTag last night.
How'd you go?
Still got it, mate.
Yes, sir.
Still got it.
Did you put a little razzle dazzle?
That was a little bit of razzle-dazzle.
Did you put the big step on?
I did put the big step on. I played our game and then I filled in for another team after. So to be honest, I can't really remember our game too well. I've got the second game I played in my mind more. We actually won. Would you believe it?
I'm shocked. I'm shocked to hear.
Yeah.
Who was man of the match?
Jared. J-Bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he do?
Couple of clutch tags on the line.
Oh.
Scored a few meat pies as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
He'll be loving that.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah.
be like trying to bring that up at every available opportunity, but in the most humble way possible. He'll be just bringing up Oz tag in the hopes that you go, oh, how did you go? Oh yeah, played pretty well.
Yeah, he got man of the match. It's
Yeah,
not a big deal.
Don't worry about it.
So that was good. Good for Jared. I voted for him. He got my seal of approval. That thing is swinging.
Yeah, it's moving.
It was good. It was good to be out. I had so much fun.
It's
so much fun.
I've not been able to play the last 2 weeks of Big Tag, so I had to work.
It sucks.
And we've won. And we played 3 games because we had a double header on one of those nights. Been frothing for the double header.
Oh, mate.
And we have versed all the good teams, and now we're versing all the not as good teams. And we've been winning, and I've not been there, so I'm a bit rattled. But I'm glad the lads are a turn up.
They're getting up.
Oh, they're getting up.
Well, now after playing with one game with my team where we versed a pretty below average opponent, flaccid is a word that comes to mind.
Let me guess. There's talks of premierships coming around.
Look, the premiership, the P word was getting thrown around.
The premiership talk. That happened in football this year. We won the first game 3-1 or something. And one of the guys, I wasn't there, and then I was talking to one of the guys on my team, and they're like, yeah, we got a good team this year. He's like, I think we can win. We end up coming last. So don't buy into it too early is all I'm saying.
Yeah, don't count your eggs before they hatch.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you could be on the end of a wooden spoon.
Well, I filled in for a team, like I said, afterwards last night. The team I filled in for, respectfully, not outstanding.
Yeah.
The team we played, respectfully, pretty good.
Right.
So I think they'll probably have our measure.
When you have footy players on your team becomes infinitely better. Like the teams we verse, half the team I'm in, we've played footy and not played footy or touch, vice versa, whatever. Like some form of rugby game. But some of the teams that we verse, you can tell they all play footy and have played together before. And they're just absolutely they're running shapes at you and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're like, holy shit.
What
This
is
is
it
intense.
doing?
Yeah, in the second game I played, they'd ran a short side play on. I was the inside man, or I was the link. I don't know, the center.
Yeah.
And they ran an inside play, and the guy inside me just didn't see it coming, and it was just a 3-on-2.
Yeah.
And I was just, what are you going to do?
In no man's land, mate.
Yeah, I mean, no man's hands will do. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Just dive at it.
yeah, we got pumped in that game. It's interesting though. our tags kept falling off. We had really shitty tags.
No, it's annoying.
So we kept making breaks and then like our tag had fallen off.
Fuck.
Super annoying.
Are they the ones supplied by them?
Yeah.
Scat.
Yeah. But I think we just had a bad bunch. Anyway, it's by the by. We got up. Happy days. What did I do on the weekend? Pretty much worked. Friday night I went to a gig.
Which one?
Went to a gig with Jared and EJ, Kosher Groove, just up at the bank.
Yep.
Dude, had like rolled out of work and had like 6 beers and I was like sloshed.
Is that because you probably hadn't eaten for 8 hours
Yeah.
and had no water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'd obviously been working as well, so I was tired. Didn't have dinner.
Yeah.
I think I had maybe 7 by the end and I was like blind when I got home.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That'll fucking do it.
It was good fun though. Great gig. And then,
What type of music was that?
It was kind of like jazz,
Bit of
like jazz electronic.
Righto. Bit of a mix.
Yeah.
Bit of a mix there as well.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah. So that was cool. What about you? Did you do anything?
Nah, to be fair, just been chasing the bag, mate. Just been working. Just hitting the pavement.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Talks of you moving out.
Talks of that. There's been talk of it. Group chat made.
Group chat made. Well, that's
a big step. Group
that's
chat
a
made.
massive step.
Rough time locked in. I don't want to give too much away, but
Can you give the time?
time next year.
First quarter of the year.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, should be.
Okay.
So yeah, there's lots to look forward to. But yeah, so no, it's been good. It's been just I had to pack up my room, so we're moving house, and just like been doing a bit of packing, and the whole house, like furniture being sold, etc., like all that kind of stuff clearing out. So at the moment, at the house, there's like no furniture anywhere, and there's just like camp chair in the main TV, and then the TV cabinet. So there's the TV's on the ground, and there's just a camp chair, and like these 2 old chairs that we have, which are like unsellable, and they're cultural items of the house. If I'm being perfectly honest, but it just like is scat.
That must be like kind of a weird.
It's weird.
I'm assuming you've grown up with all that stuff.
Yeah, like I walked in and I went, and there's this table that's at the front of the house. Well, like was at the front of the house, I should say. Like as you walk in the front door, and that's where you put your keys, your wallet, and that's where I always leave it. Like when I walk in, first thing I do, boom, keys, wallet, straight there. And I've done it a couple of times. I've walked in and I went to put them there, like just like muscle memory, and I put them down and I just hear doom, like them landing on the floor.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh shit, I have to pick them up.
Oh, random.
Yeah, and then now it's kind of like I'll go to put them there, and then I'll realize, and then I'll like pull away. Because you do it like every day.
Yeah,
a
for
couple
sure.
times a day. So
yeah,
you just
totally.
like,
well, it's habit. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a complete habit. Like you don't even realize you do it, but it's like open door, boom, put them there. And then I've been doing it.
Are you like on your
remember.
phone at the same time? Is that why you've thrown it on the floor?
Sometimes no. Sometimes no.
You'll literally just reach out and drop it on the floor.
Yeah, just to go put it there, and it will just hit.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, but then I realized I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna come take it.
Yeah.
But it's been good. But it's I'm kind of worried if when we move and stuff, like if I'm on the way home from a night out and I get an Uber and I'm just hell pissed and I end up like coming home to the old house and being like, hello, someone let me in. Like just pissed, like thinking it's still my house.
Yeah.
Because I've heard of that happening.
Really?
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, right. What, people going back to like previous houses?
Yeah, just like, I remember I was listening to it. They had a segment on it on the radio one time. And people were like, yeah, I've done that. I got a taxi home and I ended up sleeping in their garden and got woken up.
Oh, the
Like
garden of
the
his...
new
right.
homeowners found him at the front of the house.
Yeah, right.
Which I could see happening to me.
Yeah, I could see-
I'm known garden sleeper, even when I've lived at the house.
You're a garden sleeper?
I've fallen asleep in the front garden a few times. There's really comfy grass there.
Yeah.
It's really like spongy kind of grass. I'm just like, this will do. And
Do you-
then I sleep out there for like 2-3 hours, get up, go inside. Yeah.
Nice.
Or like out the back, like on the patio.
Oh, yeah.
Just lie there. Because I'll go, if I
Can
go
you
out.
get around the side or something at yours?
Yeah, like I've got a key. I can get in. Like I have my key on me, but I don't know. Just sometimes you don't make it, mate.
But why would you go to the patio?
Because I'll go and pat the dog.
Oh, like when you're drunk.
Yeah. And then I'll just end up falling asleep out there. And then I'll wake up. Yeah. It's not too. I feel like a lot of people do that. That can't just be me.
I can't say I have.
Really?
No, I've never fallen asleep in the garden.
There was one time I was walking home. I was out, and it was like I was out on a weekday. We're in the city. Came back, got the mighty beeline home, and usually I get off at DY if I get the B1, but I missed the stop because I was falling asleep on the bus, and I got off at, or maybe it wasn't the B1, maybe it was at the different bus, but I got off at just before Longreef, and it was about 4:45, and I was going, fuck, my phone had run out of charge. Like just as I was getting off, so I didn't have money for an Uber. I couldn't order an Uber or anything, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta walk home." And I was just like, that's a
far
lot.
walk.
The last thing, it's probably like 2Ks.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's as far as you think.
Whereabouts in
Maybe
Longreef
2.5.
was it?
Nah, it's just before, like, you know where the petrol station is on Pittwater Road, just after DY.
Oh, yeah,
Oval?
yeah. That's basically DY.
Yeah, but it's like the border of
Yeah.
both. Let's just say. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, the last thing I want to do. I'm just, like, staying. And there's this fat hill, Prescott Avenue, if anyone knows, is familiar with the area. It's that massive hill at the back of DY. And I remember standing at the bottom of this hill, and I was like, fuck, once I get up here, it's not far away. Like, literally, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much there. I'm looking at this thing, I'm going, just getting up. It was like I was climbing Mount Everest or something.
Did you run?
No, shan't have been running.
Yeah.
I was walking up it, and I got to the top, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a breather.
Yeah.
And I sat down, and this person's like kind of garden bed at the top of the hill, and I lied there for a second, and I was like about to fall asleep. I was like, no.
It's
And
so close.
I just stopped myself before. I was so close to just sleeping there, and I got up, and then as I started walking again, the sun was kind of coming up, and I was going, oh no, this can't be. Like, I gotta get in. And then as I got home, as I shut the blind, I could have swear to God the sun winked at me. So I was doing it like, almost got you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Close the blind, boom, sleep.
Till 2
Two whenever, can't be confirmed. But it was close. I almost did the same thing in Seaforth when I fell asleep in a bush waiting for an Uber.
Yeah, I think you told that on this pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so I got a track record.
Yeah, you got a record.
Long story short, I got a track record.
Yeah. Where are we at?
I don't know. That was a massive sidetrack.
Yeah, I don't know how we got there.
I really ran with that. You were telling me about another Age story. We love a bit of Age content on the pod for any new listeners who haven't heard before. Age is Cody's roommate, he's like a modern day Kramer.
Yeah.
And we love him and we love his work.
Yeah.
And you were telling me that you've got another story.
Yeah, so this is honestly some of his best work. I came downstairs the other day and I've looked into the kitchen and EJ's in there holding a bowl with something in it, and he's got a lighter inside the bowl, like a just a bowl you'd find like in your kitchen. And he's got something in there and he's got a lighter and he's like trying to light something in the bowl. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? EJ's he's making brownies. He's trying to melt the butter for the brownies.
He did not.
Yeah.
He did not.
Yeah.
Do you guys not have a microwave?
Well, we have a microwave. We have a microwave.
What did he say when you were like, what are you doing?
I was like, dude, the microwave, and he was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so good. No way.
Yeah, I know.
That is peak. Mate, 10 out of 10 for creativity, but like, come on.
The gift that keeps on giving. Living with Elijah.
That is some of his best work.
The brownies were good, though.
They were?
Yeah, that were good.
Yeah. I like how in all these moments, well, most of the moments, it seems like you always end up coming down at like the very right time.
The perfect time.
The perfect time. You end up coming downstairs, like you almost got this sixth sense, like, what is each doing?
Yeah.
right now?
It's like I'm like summoned.
Yeah. And then you just
Almost.
pop up and you're like, what are you doing?
What are you
And
doing
then,
right now?
Therefore, like something just cracked in shoes.
Yeah. Some of his best work, honestly.
Yeah. I still think the punctuality thing was the best one.
That was a good one.
That was like for sure. Like people like when I don't know if people have listened to the episode and heard the story, and then I've talked to them. They've like that's something they'll bring up.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, that was like
Oh, people have brought that up with
they
you?
brought it up to me about how funny that is. I reckon that's so good.
Yeah, that
Because
was...
you can't script that. You can't script that kind of stuff.
No, you can't write that.
No.
You can't write that. Look, to be honest, today's pod, we've kind of just... We're vibing the
It's a
whole
vibe.
thing.
This is a vibe thing.
We're vibing the whole thing. We came in with no notes. Xander was respectfully 2.5 hours late. Who's counting?
Respectfully, I put my alarms on for PM, not AM, which is a bit of a rookie error.
Would you have slept through them anyway?
No.
Yeah, you would.
No, I wouldn't have because I put like 4 on.
So you didn't.
What?
You put 4 on so you wouldn't sleep through them.
Yeah. But when I was putting them on, because usually I have like heaps at like 5-minute intervals, and I was like, I swear I had more alarms than this when I was going to bed, but I just didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
And then, no. Yeah, and then I woke up, and when I woke up, I went, fuck, what time is it? And I looked at my phone, it said 11:30. I was like, holy shit,
Yeah.
I was supposed to be in Erskineville now.
Well, I woke up at like 10:30 or at 10 and I messaged you.
To no response.
And I was like, no response. I was like, okay, he's definitely still asleep. And I knew you would be because you were up late last night. Yeah. And I was just expecting you to sleep through your alarms again. Track record. It's not unjust that I would expect that from you.
Respectfully, you're correct.
So I just kind of started going about my day. And then, sort of 2 hours into my day, I'm up.
I'm ready.
I'm coming.
I'm
coming. Or an hour into my day. And then you arrived eventually. But, we're here.
We're here.
Do you have any notes you want to bring up this week?
Look, I do have a note actually. I was at cricket the other week. I actually wrote this note a couple of weeks ago. But now we're going to the backlog of notes. I thought I should bring it up. Okay, I'll paint a picture. Park cricket, 40-year-old with full head of hair. Respectfully, well done. That's quite impressive.
Yep.
However, he's red hair, but he had a skin fade. White guy, red hair, 40 with a skin fade,
What's his rig looking like? What's his rig?
like dad rig, like
Okay.
very dad rig.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like good Nick personal trainer kind of skin fade.
No. It's like, yeah, not great. And look, it raises the question for me: when are you too old for a skin fade? Because I think that is a burning question in my mind. I think skin fade, depending on like rig and the way that you conduct yourself.
Yeah.
I think 32, 33 is the cutoff.
Yeah.
Personally.
That's a fair call.
Yeah.
That's a fair call. You kind of settle into your sort of dad, I don't care phase a little bit in your mid-30s.
Yeah.
Is that a fair assumption?
I think that's a fair assumption for most people, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like that should be the cutoff. Because even if you're still in good nick and you're 40, I feel like a skin fade it's not the cut.
Well, I'd say maybe if you're in good nick and you're like a firefighter and you're 40 and you're hot.
It's a young man's cut, the skin fade.
You reckon?
Yeah. It's
Young man's cut.
It's a young man's cut.
Would you have a skin fade?
I wouldn't get a skin fade.
Nah.
No. I didn't get a skin fade, but I did get a fade I didn't ask for a fade. Okay? Let me just disclaimer. Nothing against fades. They're just not really my scene. But I didn't ask for a fade. I got given a fade. And then the ridicule received for the next week of oh, nice fade, bro. And I was like, oh no. It's burned me, so I can't. It's not happening.
It's funny because for so many people, they live for that.
They love it.
They'll get a cut once a week, once every 2 weeks. And they'll someone saying nice fade is a compliment.
Yeah.
But to you and I, nice fade is
it does look really sick on some people. It looks
sure.
good. It looks really good on some people. Those people are not me and you.
Yeah.
Yes.
My Anglo heritage doesn't lend kindly to a fade.
But there's even some guys who do look good in it. Some white dudes who look good in it.
Who?
I don't know, but I've seen them and they look all right. Some of the football players have them. Phil Foden's got a skin fade.
He does have a skin fade.
He looks cool.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's also a beast at football, though.
Yeah. But yeah, look, All I'm saying is I think there's a cutoff for skin fades.
I think that's a fair call.
That's a fair call.
I think that's a
Alright.
fair call. I think most 33 to 34-year-olds around the world would agree with you.
Yeah. I don't know what you go for after that age, but look, something sensible.
Maybe just like a bit of a grown out skin fade.
Yeah. You know what? Also, I'm on edge about. I've been noticing a lot at work because it's usually like semi formal attire or like you dress somewhat nice in a way. The sockless loafer look with the kind of not 3/4 pants, but they're a bit
The rolled chinos.
They stop short on the ankle. You
Yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean? Shoeless into and it's sockless into the shoe. I think that looks terrible.
Makes me ill.
It actually, I've not seen one person that looks good on, and it's not right.
No.
And I don't want to see it anymore.
I actually fully agree with you on
Yeah,
this. This is an ick, like a male ick.
It just fucking it just
The no sock boat shoes into the rolled chinos makes me ill.
I just like you just look at it and you're like, are you serious? That does not look smart or good.
No.
I don't know where this trend started, but it needs to stop immediately.
It's kind of like it's not landing in the bracket of like, okay, let's put the two ends of the spectrum. Let's put like RM boots and like
Aaron Williams, timeless.
and like straight leg pants. Pretty timeless.
Staples.
Staple tidy outfit.
Yep.
Bordering on classy, I would say, in the right
Semi-formal.
context. Semi-formal. And then on the other hand, I'd put, Vans and baggy pants, right?
Vans and jeans.
Vans and
shorts.
jeans. Where on earth does rolled chinos and boat shoes fall into that? Other than unacceptable.
It's not right.
It's not right.
It's not right. They're called boat shoes for a reason because they should only be worn on boats.
Even still, I'd be like, you're a schmuck.
Yeah.
Take them off.
Take them off, mate. Take those fucking things off. I just think the only people allowed to wear boat shoes are captains of ships, pirates.
Do they wear
And that's
boat
where the
shoes?
list
What do they
ends.
wear? I feel like they would just wear like old New Balance or something.
No, surely one of the ferry drivers.
Oh
Some
yeah, I'm
guys
thinking of
actually
like
boat shoes.
I'm thinking of like a someone who works on a
Crabbing vessel
yeah.
on Delia's catch. Even then, if they were wearing boat shoes, they're on a boat. They're allowed to.
all rolled chinos and boat shoes gives off is like rich North Shore only child.
Oh, it does, and I just fucking I don't know. It actually makes me annoyed to see.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and then there's a certain level of like, placebo swagger that the person then kind of takes on while wearing them.
Yep.
And I also don't appreciate it because it's just it's ill-founded.
It's an unjust.
It's ill-founded. It's unjust, and it's just not how people should be conducting themselves in public.
It's an unwarranted cockiness.
Yeah, and it's like no, that does not make you cooler.
Can I put this to the ladies? Have the ladies ever looked at a man in boat shoes and chinos and gone, oh yeah,
That's so on.
see that guy over there with the skin fade and the chinos
And those boat shoes and
the
no socks. That is hot.
He's mine.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Yes. Stay away.
Let us know.
Stay away. Yeah, I'm not about it in any shape or form.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's been
Yeah.
bothering me for a while.
Also a bit sus at a similar event. There was a room full of 35 plus year olds and a lot of them blokes. And there was only 2 bald guys out of about 50. So I was then standing behind the bar thinking, who's wearing hair plugs right now? Who's gotten a hair transplant? Because there was a lot of really strong hairlines there. And I was thinking, it's a bit suspect, for being perfectly honest.
Do you think maybe it was just like a Eastern European gathering?
No, it wasn't. They were all Aussie. All of them. There were actually a lot of them from Queensland.
And a bunch of hairlines that will not quit.
And then, yeah, literally. And I was thinking, some of this can't be real. It can't be. And I was just, it threw me off a bit.
Oh, totally would.
It's just a little, something I noticed.
I wonder do you know what the percentage of men that go bald is?
I don't know. It could happen. Look, very well. It's well covered. Could happen to me. Could happen to you.
Do it. Can I get a percentage? How many men are bald?
I reckon it affects like
30?
40% of
Yeah?
the world. At least 40%. from the age of 35 plus.
It says hair loss affects 70% of men. What percentage of males are bald? 30 to 50. Okay, so we're bang on.
I said 40, didn't
that was
I?
Americans. So
Look, and everyone knows America is the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Look, would you get hair plugs?
Me?
Mm.
No. Nah. Or maybe we'll do an Ashley Martin. If I was going, I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll do it at last ditch attempt, Ashley Martin, etc. or whatever. Maybe to bring it back. But if that failed, you just kind of cop it.
Well, you've been a shaved head operator, so it'd be a smooth transition for you.
I've shaved the head. I've still got the vibe to shave the head, but it's on the back pedal. The fact that I know that it looks so bad in between. Me going to the barber during the awkward stage, and literally he said, "What do you want?" I said, "Do your best." He did, to be fair, but
Did you do it right?
it still looked bad.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it was better than what it was.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. I would consider it if I had the money.
A shaved head?
No, hair plugs.
Oh,
If I could afford to go to Turkey and get a hairline, if I
get some
needed
premium horse hair put on top.
yeah,
there.
if I needed
yeah,
it. No, it's just the hair from the back of your head.
is it?
Mm.
Yeah, right.
They take this hair from here and put it
Oh,
there.
right. I reckon toupees are a bit much.
What's a toupee?
You know what a toupee is? It's like a wig. It's like a male
Oh,
wig.
yeah.
But it goes on the top. Here.
I would never do
covers
that.
the middle. No.
I would never do that.
Toupees too much. if
You can
ask
pick
me.
them out as well.
Yeah, they're noticeable.
Yeah, mate, you're a clown.
So funny though. Just like the insecurity associated with a toupee is next level.
Yeah. It just gives off like incel vibes.
Like just incel.
Just like
What does that mean?
I don't know, beta male.
Yeah. Okay. Right. You lose it. You lose it. You get it. You get it.
And the thing is, if you lose it, you got to go bald and you got to rock it.
Yeah. Hat guy. There's also the hat guy stage if you need it.
Yeah,
Acceptable.
I'd wear a lot of hats if I was bald skis.
Yeah. So would I. Keep you warm too.
I wear a lot of hats even though I do have hair.
True. I've also started wearing a lot of hats.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe we all wear backwards hats for OzTag next week,
Oh.
just for the intimidation factor.
Increases ability by at least 70% of
Yeah.
all players. Pace, speed, skill,
Yeah.
everything.
We came up with a bunch of nicknames for everyone on the team.
Yeah.
Because Tully's got he's ordered shirts for us all.
Yeah.
And we have to have a number drawn on the back. So we're all going to draw. We're going to draw our names initially, but we've all come up with really sort of, cringy nicknames along the lines of Turbo,
Nice.
Viper.
So like the names from Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Blaze-
Heisenberg.
Yeah. Nice.
Do you know what mine is?
Yeah.
Thanos.
Nice.
You like that?
I actually do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will seriously antagonize some teams if
Yeah.
we start winning.
There'll be some serious lip being thrown around.
Yeah. There's also talks of us cutting our sleeves off.
Cutting
Okay.
the sleeves off.
Yeah, going
all,
singlets.
All singlet team.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's hot talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And backwards cap,
And backwards cap.
mate. That's some real throbber energy right there.
I'll tell you what, my spaghetti arms are not ready for a singlet, but
Well, it
I'll
is
do-
singlet
I'll-
season. It's singlet season, mate.
I'll do it if that's what the team requires.
Here we go.
If the team requires me to get,
The Lucky Charms out.
yeah,
Then they'll be out. They'll
They'll
be
be
out and
out.
about. They'll be strutting their stuff. They'll be walking down the street saying, "Hello, ladies."
Yeah.
Right? And world, be ready.
be ready.
Be prepared. Fuck, I'm keen to see that. I'm actually,
With
I'm-
Thanos written on the back.
I'm genuinely excited to see like this happen / the photos of this.
If the
Phenomenal.
cut sleeves doesn't come through, I'd probably be happy.
Mm.
But I'm happy to put Thanos on the back of my shirt,
Yeah, right.
even if I get decked for it. I probably deserve it.
Has anyone put any? Oh, you've only played one game, but have you? Oh, I was going to say, have you versed any teams that put hits on you?
Nah, I was getting tackled last night in the second game when we were versing a good team
Yeah,
because you can scoot obviously in OzTag.
yeah.
So
You're
I was
scooting, baby.
spin full rat mode out of dummy half.
Yeah, right.
And I don't know, instead of grabbing my tags, they would just kind of stand in front of me.
Yeah, they do.
And
Yeah,
just fucking
block you.
Yeah. And I was like, are you kidding?
We versed this one team, and then there was just a couple. We versed a couple teams, and then a couple guys will just start putting hits on you pretty much.
Yeah.
Come out a lot. There was one gamer and we versed, and this guy was literally just like coming out the line, and it's because they were a better team than us. I think we were winning or we were drawing with them, and he was like coming out the line and putting genuine like shoulder charges on us.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh fuck! Like you catch the ball like this, and you look up, and he was just like standing there ready to steamroll you.
Yeah, right.
But it was good fun. That was funny.
You couldn't do a KP and like skip on the outside or.
We KP'd.
Yeah, okay.
We KP'd.
Nice.
We RNT'd, and I think we won that game.
Nice. I respect that.
Thank you. Something also, it wasn't this week. It was actually last week, I think. I got called out for doing one of the all-time worst parks by R. McLean and Nathan Rolly Bates of NRL Origin Special fame.
And Pub Roach's fame.
Yep, correct. And it reminded me that maybe I am a hypocrite, but also of times where I have left notes on people's badly parked cars.
Have you done that?
I have done
What
that.
did you have pen and paper on you? In
I
your
had
car?
I had pen and paper.
What'd you do?
I think one time I wrote nice park, or one time I wrote please do not don't park across, because they literally park across two spaces. And this is usually what it is. It's like I wouldn't do it if it was like a dead parking area. But when it's like a parking lot that's busy and everyone's using it, I feel like sometimes a friendly reminder is good.
Well,
nothing vulgar on there. Nothing,
I'd spray him.
Nothing vulgar on the note.
Why not?
Nothing, I don't know, maybe it's just a nice reminder, because if it's vulgar, it's like, okay, maybe you're pushing it. Maybe it's a bit of a dick move, although you've done a really bad park. Some people don't always mean to. But, if it's really bad and it's in a super busy area and they're parking across two spaces, I think getting a note saying, do not, pretty much just saying, learn how to drive. Teresa, I did say I learned how to park one time because they were like this. They were angled across two spaces in a beach car park in the middle of summer.
Are you kidding?
And I was literally going, you're a fucking dickhead.
I'll key your car.
And, I think it's due. I think that's play on.
That's warranted for sure.
In that scenario.
Yeah. I think in most scenarios, if you're parked across two spaces, you're an idiot.
Deserve some lip.
And for the most part, when you get out of a car, you look straight down at that white line and you can see how good you've parked.
To be fair, when I did a bad park the other day, I was in between the lines, but I was sticking out a lot. I was like, half my car was in the space, half was out. But
Why were you sticking out?
I don't know, because I think it was night and I pulled in and I just kind of was in a rush. I didn't double check, but I was in the lines.
Where was this?
In Harbord, Weldon Oval.
What?
Car park.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
At night time, you said the pub was saying.
Yeah, it was before I went to the pub.
Bolo.
But yeah, look.
Bolo?
Yeah. I mean, everyone gets one, but sometimes, if someone had left a note on my car being like, that was a shit park, I would have been like, that is fair.
That's so fair. Yeah.
I would have been, that is absolutely, you're correct.
You're bang on.
You bang on. I deserve that.
Yeah. I would probably think the same.
Look, if anyone else has done something similar, let us know. But I think that is absolutely play on in my books.
Kane did a shocker last night at Oztag.
Really?
Yeah, meter out from the curb, sort of spec.
Damn.
Yeah. You'd think, we do a lot of parallel parks around here, naturally.
Yeah.
You get pretty good at them. I also take pride in my driving.
My parallel parking has gone to another level recently, respectfully.
From the pod?
From coming out here, yeah. It's gotten better. It's gone way better.
I think for me, it took I nailed one at the beach on a really, really busy day with a bunch of cars behind me.
Just a confidence thing.
And after that, I was like, weird of me to have a massive ego.
So weird.
I'm the best parker of all time. And I just ran with that mindset, and I've been
Personally, my reverse parking, not parallel specifically, but just putting the,
the general reverse
park, outstanding.
Yeah.
Generational talent.
Yeah.
Reverse parker.
Yeah. I'd say the same.
Yeah. About you?
Yeah. Because did you ever see my first car?
The Holden.
The Holden Rodeo?
I saw it once.
Yeah. So I had this massive ute, as discussed. Couldn't pull in anywhere because the turning circle was so bad. So I was forced to reverse park pretty much from day one.
Right.
So it's just, it sticks with
It's
you.
just natural instinct.
And you've got to reverse out anyway, so you may as well just do the hard work off the get-go.
That's what my mum and dad said to me, and that's when I learned. And they were like, well, why would you want to reverse out? Why don't you just pull out? And I was like, it's true.
So smart.
It's actually true.
So smart.
So anyone that reverse parks all the time, not only are you smarter than everyone else, but you're also a legend.
Yeah.
by basing it off the two of us.
Well, look at us. Pretty clear.
Yeah, pretty clear.
Anything else, mate, before we get into the back page?
BP inbound. I've got nothing. I don't have much left.
Yeah, look, we're dry. We're dry.
Look,
today.
we're dry, all right? We're dry. We actually do have more notes, but we've hit 46 minutes, so that means it's BP time.
Yeah.
Time to rock and subsequently roll onto the BP. We've got the cricket in the background. We've only got notes about the Football World Cup. Or when I say notes, I mean note.
The note says Football World
note
Cup.
says Football World Cup. But that's like, that's like a Pandora's box of notes, because that is one that unlocks the many. There's a lot to break down for that.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Okay.
South Korea are out.
Football World Cup. South Korea out. I actually watched that game. I got home from work
I was watching it
the other
too.
night. Got home, switched it on. What a game.
What a game.
And, 3-2, Korea came back, got back into the game. Then Ghana scored that goal. And then the last 20, 25 minutes, all Korea.
Just attack.
It. And they
cross.
could have honestly scored a goal.
Yeah.
They
got so close.
they kind of butchered like 3 or 4 goes at it. Honestly, it was really fun to watch though.
Yeah.
I thought Thomas Partey played really well.
Yeah.
He was like that turn, and then he did that pass out, which they then scored the 3rd goal off. That was exceptional play from the midfielder.
I think also the inclusion of Inaki Williams after his
Massive.
heritage allegiance switch
From Spain to Ghana.
from Spain to Ghana helped them massively.
Well, Ghana are actually the lowest ranked team at the World Cup.
Really? That shocks me. They've gone through, haven't they?
They've got through. I don't think they're confirmed through yet, but they're in.
No, they would be. They're
Have
through.
they won both games?
Yeah, I think they're through, dude.
Did they win the first?
I'm pretty sure Ghana are through. I'm going to have my phone open just so we're on top of this. There's 4 games every morning, so you're like, holy shit.
Well, yeah, there isn't it.
Ghana through with Portugal. Uruguay.
They've got another game though.
Oh, true. It's only 2 games. You're right.
Because they have to verse Uruguay, Portugal versus South Korea. Oh no. Yeah.
A draw would do.
Or is it Ghana, Portugal? Yeah, it's Ghana, Portugal next game. So they just need a draw and they're through.
No, because 4 and against might get.
But
Uruguay.
they're both on minus. So, yeah, okay. So it's close.
It's close. It's close.
That's a tough group. Also, England won this morning 3-0. Shock. They put Phil Foden and Rashford in, and that was probably their most dominant game this morning.
Who was playing there before?
I know they beat Iran like 6-2 or whatever, but
And Bellingham played in the
Honestly.
midfield as well.
yeah. Well, Bellingham's been playing the whole time, but
Didn't he miss last game? Bellingham?
No, I think that team is such a stronger team than the first 2 games. I mean, how do you not like Phil? Although we joked about ourselves being generational talents, Phil Foden is literally a generational talent.
Yeah.
To not start him, especially when he plays in the best team of England and he's one of the best players in that team, is shocking to me. I know Kyle Walker wasn't playing because he had an injury. He was coming off groin surgery. So Tippy was playing instead. But also him back in the side, stronger. Jordan Henderson, although Liverpool's struggling for form a bit, solid player. Declan Rice, obviously, gone. Jude Bellingham playing great. Harry Kane also. Well, he's Harry Kane.
Speak for
And then
itself.
Rashford scored 2. Rashford's free kick.
Unreal.
Hot.
Callum Wilson went on.
Yeah.
Geez, they're pretty stacked.
Their
England, aren't
teams,
they?
their teams were very good. Other games, mate. Portugal. Good to see the Portuguese playing well. They won 2-0 against Uruguay. Bruno Fernandes coming home with the goodies.
Yeah.
A double. People say Ronaldo got robbed of a goal in that game though, but it was pretty borderline. But
one
they're
hair
through.
follicle.
They're through. A lot of the groups, I kind of like how there's been a lot of upsets because it's making a lot of the groups interesting. Although there's a couple of groups where, like, per se, like Brazil and England are through in theirs. It's still pretty, and like France obviously are through in theirs, but it's still pretty close.
It's pretty tight.
Pretty
Most of
tight.
the groups, it's coming down to this. It's coming down to this last game where they've got to win essentially.
Yeah, I think there's been a good couple of upsets at this tournament, and teams like Japan, South Korea, and other Asian teams like Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
showing that they are getting stronger as nations.
Yep.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
So, just adds a more competitive element. Even the US, I know that England, US, Wales, Iran isn't the toughest group in World Cup history, but I mean, they're still undefeated.
Yeah.
They're showing they've got strong qualities. Senegal are through in Group A, showing a lot of ticker.
The Cameroon, we're a bit all over the place here.
Yeah.
The Cameroon-Serbia game the other night was good as well, 3-3.
Yeah. Awesome game.
The big game, though,
Let's talk about the Socceroos now.
Let's talk about the Socceroos.
Mate, we did it. We fucking did it.
They got to win.
They got a win against Tunisia, 1-0. Wasn't pretty, but they got the job done.
Yeah.
Pumped. How good is
So
that?
good.
How good is that? Honestly.
So good. I was at work when it was on, but, kind of, they scored in the first half an hour or so,
Yeah.
something like that. And
They
then,
could have scored again as well.
yeah, just sort of clawed their way to the end of the game. And
Yeah.
respectfully, I don't think Tunisia are.
I mean, they're not the toughest World Cup opponent, but they're still deep. Like, still got to beat them.
They're still a World Cup opponent, Xander.
Mate, that's true. You've got to be in it to win it. And
It comes down to tonight.
come down tonight versus Denmark. Look, I honestly, this is probably the biggest match for the Socceroos in a World Cup in a long time, I reckon. In a long time. Because I don't think it has not been a while since we've had a chance to even qualify for the group stages. The round of 16.
Yeah.
So, massive tonight.
We only need a draw.
You literally just need a draw. That's it.
A draw will do.
A draw will do. God, I hope they get the result. That'll be absolutely massive if they do. And look, I think like some of the Socceroos players, like the French game, obviously, we didn't expect to win that game.
No.
I don't think anyone did.
No.
You do the best you can in that scenario.
Yeah.
But like if we can, like Denmark, good team, and I feel like getting that win against Tunisia, confidence goes up, bit of belief, or we're in it to win it. Denmark had to come out hot. We've got to come out just as hot. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm actually very, very excited.
You gonna watch it?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Just at home, or are you gonna go out?
Nah, I'll watch it at home probably. It's at 2 a.m.
We'll be out.
Where are you guys gonna go?
We're gonna go to Newtown Hotel.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll scoot on out here and watch it out here.
You wanna come out here?
Could do. We'll discuss off there. Discuss logistics off
Well,
there.
me, Blav, Jared, Eej.
Yeah.
Well, me, obviously, we're all going to Melbourne at 6 a.m. tomorrow, so we're literally going to watch the game.
Oh, so you'll be up
and then
anyway.
Go
to the airport.
Well, we won't be up anyway.
Well,
We'll get up just 2 hours earlier.
Well, some of the boys were at the Stain watching it, and apparently, and the video they sent me
Looked awesome.
it looked like genuine crowd. It was packed, genuine vibe and excitement in the air. There was chants at the end of the game. You beauty.
It was going off.
It's
It was
good.
going off.
It's good to see a bit of football fever.
Yeah,
The World Cup. I love the World Cup fever because everyone gets around it.
Yeah.
It seems like people who even don't like football that much watch the World Cup
yeah.
because
Once every 4 years.
it's
mate.
once every 4 years, as big as the Olympics, I'd say.
Yeah,
Bigger on the world stage.
totally.
in a way.
Totally. Yeah, way bigger. Way bigger.
I
can't wait. Yeah, we'll be up tonight. Socceroos, beers. Then we'll just roll into the airport. A few more beers.
think about start the day right.
Yeah, dude, come on.
Imagine Socceroos result into beers, into airport beers, into flight.
Into mimosas. Into brunch.
Actually, stop it. I'm getting worked up.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to spend most of next week on, a 45-degree angle or more. I'll be horizontal.
Oh, we love that.
The hands will be up. The feet will be up. Feet above heart level, hopefully.
Kicking back.
K-Bean for a week straight.
K-Bang on the best of them.
Cricket?
Cricket's on. Game just started. Australia looking settled. Very settled. Look.
The pitch is moving, dude.
There's a fair bit doing. Perth traditionally has done a lot. A lot of pace, a lot of bounce. It's a bit of a fortress for Australia because it just suits us so well.
I wish we were bowling.
Yeah. But you also want to bat. The thing with the Wacker, not the Wacker anymore, Perth Stadium, sorry, is traditionally in Perth on day 4 and 5, a lot of cracks open up.
Okay.
So you'd rather bat first so that you bat on the flatter surface, not flatter, but the more consistent surface.
Yeah.
And then when those cracks open up and the pitch loosens, it just does bits, mate. So that's the better time to be bowling. It even makes it hard work for batters. So yeah, Keanu said it's good to see the Test cricket back.
Oh,
Missed
it's
it.
Test cricket.
I've really missed it. Such a congested white ball for those playing at home, T20 ODI cricket. There's just so much of it. When this is the best form of the game, Test cricket, timeless classic.
Yeah.
You know, I
It's
feel like
good.
in Australia, it's the biggest for sure out of any of the formats.
Yeah.
For the spectator.
Yeah.
But there's just sometimes you just feel like those ODIs, the T20s, there's just too many. And Josh, one of the English players, because after the World Cup, England and Australia played that 3-game ODI series, and one of the English players said, like, if you don't want this form of the game to die, because it's on the decline a bit. He was saying, if you don't want this form of the game to decline, don't put in like a series like that, like 3 matches in between this and after a World Cup. Like,
It's dumb.
it's dumb. Like, one, for the players, because they don't want to play straight after a World Cup.
Yeah.
And 2, like the crowd, like you got to give spectators a bit of time to kind of, because like a World Cup, there was a game every night. Like there was a lot of cricket on,
Yeah.
and even for the avid cricket fan such as myself, it's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts.
Well, you've got to watch a lot of games then.
You got to watch a lot of games. So I think they need to read.
And it also is just like they need to use that format a bit more sparingly so people look forward to it.
Exactly.
It's just literally been thrown in there, like you say, after the World Cup, which has so much hype, and then obviously the next thing we look forward to is the Test series.
It just doesn't really make it. Just doesn't make it important.
No, not at all. Not at all.
However,
Glorious day in Perth.
Perth, looks phenomenal. But yeah, pumped for this test. Pumped for the end of the World Cup as well. Pumped for all of it. The groups. We'll just jump back to World Cup really quick. Group stage is finishing. If Australia go through, if they do, touch wood, they could verse Argentina or Poland. I think are the two.
Hopefully Argentina.
Yeah. So massive.
That'd be sick if Australia versus Messi.
That would be sick, actually.
I'm riding Messi home. Scored a good goal the other day.
I'm riding Ronaldo in Portugal.
Do you see Messi's goal?
No, I
didn't see it?
No, I haven't actually seen it yet.
The one where he got played at just outside the box and he hit it across the keeper.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
No.
mate. Phenomenal goal.
I have to watch. The Rashford free kick this morning was fucking beast.
Yeah, it was a good goal.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as Messi's, but it was alright.
I've hit a couple like that in my time.
Yeah, it doesn't shock me. That doesn't shock me at all. That's pretty much us for today, to be honest. A little bit of a shorter one, I think.
Yeah. Oh, a little plug for you, by the way. Music this week. Till I Say So, Barley Passable. Of course, we're in the music video that we discussed last week. The song dropped the other day. Music video to come as well.
Yeah. Late December, early Jan, I think.
We'll be plugging it on the gram for sure.
We'll plug.
Oh, we'll be plugging. So yeah.
It's actually an unreal track, though.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I've been listening to it all morning. It's fucking awesome.
It's a great song.
So shout out to Davey and Kai.
Yeah, great work.
Big, not only friends of the show, big fans.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of their work.
Absolutely. Same here. Playing at SPG.
Oh, yeah.
Played at the SPG last year.
Could almost do an
Brought in-
SPG special.
They brought it, yeah,
on the
we
pod.
actually could. They brought in the new year for
Yeah.
SPG, and many people were frothing their set.
Barley Passable, more commonly known as members of Cook County Forest.
Yeah, absolutely. Also playing at SPG. So pumped for that. Pumped to see them play there. Pumped for their shows coming up. Pumped to see the music video. New song's great.
Dude, best time of the year. Best time of the year.
Oh, we're missed the silly season.
Yeah.
It has begunneth.
Yeah.
And I'm ready. I'm here for it. I'm soaking it in.
Isn't it
I'm
like-
soaking it in, mate. I'm ready for it.
How different is the vibe coming into a pod on a Wednesday, in summer, a Wednesday morning, as opposed to
A scat.
cold Monday night in June?
Oh, so scat. Nah. Yeah, we're up and about. And we Mick loving it. Look, that's all I've got to say. I don't want to ramble on
Any longer?
too much. More than I have already. Guilty as charged. I'm Alexander,
My name's Cody.
and we'll see y'all later.
Also, no pod next week. No pod next week.
No pod.
No pod.
No pod. No pod.